Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas. It's always a pleasure to know more about activities where the root of the action is full of compassion. And Global Project Hope Inc. is a unique project that involves, of course, the whole globe.
In fact, we are growing this project even further. This summer, we're going to approach different schools. We've approached schools in Manhattan and Schenectady, which is in upstate New York. And these are schools with a high level of need, told by these simple statistics about how many students receive free or reduced lunches, or the childhood obesity or childhood tooth decay rates.
माँ के लिए अपने फोन में इसे रिंगटोन बना के रखा है। ये और बात कि तू हर रही ख्याल में है। ये और
Happy Mother's Day and celebrating Mother's Day with two daughters. Introduce yourself and how have been for you growing up with her as elder sister?
I've been very lucky. I have two older sisters, and they both supported me through everything and give me great advice. And as Simile does tell me, I am amazing because I learned from both of them.
They say that elder sisters also play the role of mother partly sometimes, making sure that she is behaving properly. You did that?
Sometimes I did do that, but as she's gotten older, I think she started doing that to me sometimes.
And mother is considered as the first teacher for a child. What did you learn from your mother?
Confidence. That's the most important thing that she's taught us, to always be brave and go into any situation and be happy and confident, and you can succeed in anything.
So confident mother, and what was your one aspect other than confidence that you would say you learned from her?
I think just having faith in myself and my ability to reach wherever, which I know is related to confidence, but I think it's one thing to know you can do something, and then one thing to, as you go through that process, just believe as you keep going down that path.
And generally, we hear this word generation gap and the kind of perception which someone who has grown maybe 20, 30 years before you, the world was different and the country was also different. They grew up in India. So, was there any sort of issue related to generation gap as well as having distinct differences in terms of the way life is perceived by you and by your mother?
Well, my mom also had two daughters before she even had me. So I'd say it was probably a little easier for me in that my mom was more understanding of my generation because she had two daughters prior.
So you get the credit.
I guess so. I was the guinea pig.
So, but considering that question, how would you respond? Sometimes there are differences, and
I think most of those differences when I was younger felt very big. So, like something as simple as having guy friends who are just friends is something I think parents need like adjust to after some time. But I think what happens is through the time we're all learning, and I think my parents were also flexible and willing to learn with me, and that's why I think we're all so close. Yeah.
and what happens is as we grow up, sometimes as a child we start thinking that if I behave or if I do this thing, it'll make my mother happy. Even if it is not really making me happy, but I do sometimes because it'll make her happy. You did something of that kind.
Our mother knows us pretty well, so she knew if it didn't make us happy. We could put on an act, but she knew right behind it. She could tell.
But was there anything where you felt that you don't like it, but if you do it, she'll be happy?
I think I would just cry, and then she would tell me to not do it anymore. She was very understanding. I got very lucky.
I'd say making the bed when I was growing up. Although now, even if I'm late for work, I still make my bed before I go. So thanks, Mom, for that.
And lastly, when Mother's Day comes, it becomes just another excuse for us to express our gratefulness or sort of commit ourselves that, oh, Mom, I'm going to do this, which will make you feel proud of me.
Sorry, I just didn't get that.
Okay, so anything on Mother's Day that you think maybe not exactly as a result, but something that comes to your mind that if I do this, or I'll do this because it'll make my mother's proud, it'll make her happy.
Yeah, I mean, she always takes care of us, from when we were younger. Even when I come home now to visit, she always makes us food and has the whole family sit together and laugh. So what we try to do is bring everyone together, have a good meal, and she gets to sit and relax and not do anything. And she loves that because whenever we're together, even if it's at home or a nice restaurant, she's happy.
Yeah. I think the best way to honor our mom is just to lead by, continue our life through her example, having faith in ourselves, being constantly inspired by even the simplest things around us through nature, music, as you know of her, and that's the best we can do. Yeah.
Wonderful. So happy Mother's Day to both of you.
Thank you. Happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom, and every other mother out there.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Thanks to both of you.
Thanks, Ashok.
Happy Mother's Day.
So thank you for being here, Ashok Vyas ji. Global Project Hope is an organization which is a non-for-profit created 2 years ago. It was created with the mind that children, the second generation Indian American children who want to connect with other countries or their own motherland, home countries or their parents' countries, they could do that very easily and know what exactly exists in the whole world. So not every country has all the resources that America has, and the children need to get first-hand knowledge about such disparities sometimes that exist in the world, and an opportunity to be part of how to facilitate equality. So it's a journey in itself, which In fact, the children themselves want to get involved and volunteer. So, looking at the passion of the young children, whether they're in school or college, this organization was created, and it's been headed by my children, Ankur Talwar and Abhinav Talwar. Thank you.
Wonderful. So, Ankur, when something is coming towards kids from their parents, many times it appears as if it is an imposed idea and it is not my own. But looks like Global Project Hope became your own idea. Share with us your journey and evolution of this organization. What you learned, what have you accomplished so far, and what is the vision for future?
First of all, thank you for this opportunity. And I'm happy to answer that question. So, Global Project Hope really started at a grassroots level with me and my brother just wanting to create parity where there was disparity, where there are people who have and have not. We wanted to create a better opportunity for those people, a more level playing field. And that's why the mission of this organization is to support both health and education in underserved communities around the world. Well, certainly, these efforts, however small, are always significant. If you look at each individual child, whoever is helped, you know that you've created a difference in their lives once you go in and you actually help them, educate them, give them supplies, give them resources to be able to get more educated, to improve their own health. And in addition, I'm glad you asked that question because Global Project Hope is different from most organizations because unlike those organizations, we don't just give money to them. We go to these places, we go to the ground level, and we go and volunteer and collaborate with different communities, different clinics, different organizations, and we firsthand meet the people that we're trying to help. And then we facilitate projects from there.
Sonia ji, share some examples in terms of if there is any project which was under the umbrella of Global Project Hope in India.
Here, just to add on to that, this past summer we worked with Kids Can, which is an organization in India that supports childhood cancer patients and their families. And what we did was we went over there to the organization and we helped collaborate with them on a cancer survivor passport project, which is essentially giving cancer survivors control of their own health after they receive treatment. And that is just one example. 2 years ago, over summer, we went to Guatemala on probably the trip of a lifetime as a team. And we went into this remote school in top of a mountain somewhere. And what we did was we gave them supplies like laptops and flash drives to every student, and we taught them basic computer skills.
Generally, every organization starts small. Like this organization was also small, but it has come to a heights where it has received appreciation, and we've been able to achieve some tangible work, which when I started, I was not sure. Initially, it was the idea that the children must learn how they can get involved and work in the community. But at this point of time, other children have gotten involved. So I feel there is a bigger goal that we need to achieve. Ultimate goal is to collaborate with organizations outside and then create an internship opportunities for students who are here on Long Island, and so that they can go out and do internship opportunities and learn something about healthcare. Healthcare is one of the biggest businesses either in India or it is here. And when you're in school and college, introduction to this field is not that much. And there are not that many opportunities either. Global Project Hope, with involvement of students and children, will provide that kind of opportunities as we go along. So that's something of immense satisfaction.
I myself will actually be traveling to Ghana next December in order to rotate and aid different clinics in Cape Coast, Ghana. And the goal for this project is to essentially make a connection between Global Project Hope and facilities like this so we can create a sort of internship.
Adi, I see these books here which are a part of Global Project Hope, the Forest Congress and all this. And I heard that these books were translated in many languages. What are these books? Do you know something about them?
Well, they're supposed to teach the kids a lesson about, well, the forest and the garden and how it's life lessons in the future which they should learn. Like one of them was the children's garden book. That lesson that was taught there was that you should never be too greedy, because the person had a beautiful garden everyone came and enjoyed, but at the end of the day when he started charging them, no one came, all the kids hated him, and it was a mess. So then he realized that true happiness is not the wealth or the power at the end of the day. It's, well, the nature and how everybody enjoys it and respects you. So that was some of it.
Wonderful. And what you did with Global Project Hope?
Well, for example, what we did was we went down to the Freeport School District, and well, we just taught them a lot. Like, for example, my department was the mouth. So what we did was, my mom is a dentist. So she brought a lot of the toothbrushes and floss and mirrors. And what we did was we actually showed them how to brush on a clay model. So they would demonstrate how they brush, how many times they brush, and we would say whether that's right or wrong.
So students in Global Project Hope who are interested in health and healthcare can actually travel to these locations and learn about the delivery of care and their healthcare systems as well.
तो ईश्वर की कृपा से गीता जी को अनुग्रह से वो उनके भीतर प्राप्त हुआ है, और ईश्वर की कृपा से डॉक्टर सेतिया जी के साथ में रहते रहते वो और बढ़ा है, कम नहीं हुआ है। वरना कई बार गृहस्थी में वो गायब हो जाता है। तो स शब्द को लेते हुए मैं 2-3 शब्द आपके साथ गीता जी के परिचय के संदर्भ में बांट लूं। एक तो सकारात्मक भाव है, और एक उनके अंदर जो सृजनात्मकता है उसको उन्होंने अभिनय के द्वारा भी व्यक्त किया है। और आप में से कुछ लोगों ने CNN और बड़े बड़े चैनल्स पर एक विज्ञापन देखा होगा, वो फ़ोन का कुछ होता होगा, तो वो एक उनकी पहचान बढ़ाने में सहायक हुआ कि उन्होंने एक विज्ञापन भी किया। पर उसके अलावा कुछ लोगों में सीखने की जो ललक होती है, और वो बहुत जल्दी जल्दी सीख लेते हैं क्योंकि उनके अंदर एक खुलापन होता है। तो गीता जी में ये बात है कि वो खुलेपन से, ये मैं इसलिए कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि हम लोगों ने कुछ बरस तक साथ साथ ये जीत गए गीत एक कार्यक्रम है जो प्रस्तुत हम करते थे, तो वो आलेख मेरा लिखा हुआ, ये जितनी जल्दी पढ़ के उसके भाव के साथ उसको कैसे व्यक्त करना चाहिए, क्या ठीक ठीक आरोह अवरोह, क्या मुद्राएं होंगी, वो उनके अंदर से इतना स्वतः स्फूर्त हो जाता था कि वो उस रसमयता को बढ़ा देता था।
मैंने सोचा नहीं था कभी लाइफ में, अमूमन ही कभी भी मैंने कोई बहुत प्लानिंग करके नहीं चलती, जहाँ मिजाज ले चले वहाँ चल जाती हूँ। और लेटली हुआ कि गाती थी थोड़ी देर से, और कंपोज करने का हुआ, कुछ कविताएं पढ़ी और अच्छी लगी और उसको कंपोज करने का मन हुआ। इनफैक्ट अशोक जी ने आपको बताया नहीं, वैसे एक कविता मैंने इनकी भी कंपोज करी है, 2 पंक्तियां सुनाना चाहूँगी उसकी, पूरी नहीं। जय जय जीवन, जय जय जीवन, जय जय सांसों का आवागमन, ये कौन रचे अनुभव आंगन, ये कौन रचे अनुभव आंगन, उसकी महिमा का अभिनंदन, उसकी महिमा का अभिनंदन, जय जय जीवन, जय जय जीवन।